What's up, Internet? Welcome back. It's Type QQ. It's Touhou 16. You know how it is. At this point, really, I think. This is another sort of mad science video. Kind of like they've been in the last couple or few. Some really aggressive play, at least for me. Especially when it comes to the release. Cheap shot, hashtag cheap shot meta, if I can even call that that. I feel guilty not even knowing exactly what the term is called, and with other people, I'm just kind of picking and sticking with my own sort of vocabulary with it, I guess. But yeah, just like that. But to be honest, I was a little conflicted about posting this video because it was so very similar to the last. I think it was slightly better in some ways and slightly worse in others. I mean, the good news is that I'm getting really tight when it comes to the first few levels, and that's, of course, I suppose to be kind of course you are. You know, that's the sort of, these are the easier levels as well as the ones you're most likely to play more, than the deeper levels. But then we reach the same old boss that we kind of, lose our lunch over. And again, we lose our lunch during, for this video as well. So it was very similar to our last video. But I think it's a little bit more of the same of like, maybe there's another missing piece to it, to why we're not really striking deeper into the game. Although, I think we are kind of like on level 5 out of 6 levels, so it's not terribly that bad. Oh, I love it. Just stand right in her face and drop that release. And already you can tell we're at 15,000. I mean, that's 50% more than our default. So it's this sort of stuff, yeah, almost double our default. Like this is this is certainly what you got to do early in the game to just kind of get your points going and get your extends under your belt. This is it kind of yeah. I guess I'm failing to kind of describe it, but yeah, we got to extend even before the bonus. We've doubled our point modifier. Yeah. The evidence is there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yes, I think we're still missing some component, and certainly at this point, I think it's probably skill. I think my dodging with this character is not very good at all. And I don't know, sometimes I feel my dodging is just not good in general. Like I have to play aggressive because my finer movements, my micro dodge instead of my macro dodge, I suppose, is just not good. Which is weird. I've never really felt it to be too bad in the past, but like lately, I would say maybe in the last month or so, I've really felt like, man, my dodges are not very good. But I suppose it all depends on the game, I know in the Raiden series, as much as I like Raiden and like, Battle Goreka and stuff like that, where the bullets are made to be kind of fast, small, and blend in. I do absolutely miserable. So it does change. There we go, we got our second extend at 10 mil there, and the second stage. Yeah, not bad damage either. Yeah, she's not going to give us a whole lot of points, I would say. She has these knives. yeah, a lot of her attacks, they're very spread out, or yeah, well, I guess I feel what I'm saying, but they're not very concentrated, you know, so I almost feel like sometimes you just have to kind of go at her the old-fashioned way and just shoot her down. Second level boss, of course. And with as aggressive as I'm playing for myself, I am kind of being a lot more liberal with my bombs as well, just because I know that's going to happen. I'm going to get killed and pretty much lose bombs. So a pretty, you know, abysmal dodge there. But you know, I think it's a sore mark on or a smudge rather on an otherwise decent outing so far. But right now, it's kind of at the point where it's kind of like I do need to make better dodges, and I need to kind of maybe pick and choose or know when I'm going to use my release. You know, I'm not using the fastest character in the world. You know, I'm using one of the more defensive characters. You know, that kind of can sit back and let her homing bullets do the heavy lifting. So I need to, you know, either play a faster character or pick my opportunities better and not rely on just a rush, you know. Those characters might have been good to use my release on, but maybe just kind of out of position, and that's kind of probably part of it. Up to 5 lives already. 6 if I didn't flub up that boss fight moments ago. Can't really argue with that. Hitting both of those enemies with the release there. But I mean, we're making progress. I mean, which is certainly a positive thing. You know, maybe not progress in the speed I would like. Certainly I'm still making some stupid errors. Now we're at 30k for our points now. Pretty moronic there, I would say. But that's kind of the risk you take when you run up and try to, you know, release in this boss's face, I suppose. Context and phrase. But you know, I think that sort of stuff is willing to, you know, is bound to happen when you're trying out this nonsense. And absolutely not playing around with this shit. I mean, I will gladly use 2 bombs every time I get into that pattern there. Yeah, let her even drift into that release there for a bit. $33k on our points there, and getting real close up to 70 mil. We may have just got an extend at 40 mil as well. But of course, this is a stage that we certainly have had some difficulty with as well. Just the sheer amount of bullets that, you know, the popcorn enemies are shooting out now. You know, we can graze this pattern easy enough as long as yeah, we don't put ourselves in a position like last time when we run into enemies. But I can definitely see this as an area where you can get a lot of points as well. You know, a lot of these enemies are just very easy to kill. Not a lot of like. Doesn't take a lot of commitment to kind of get them off the screen. So, you know, it's kind of like if you know what's going on, if you see the pattern, you probably can get a lot of stuff going on this level. But as you can see, I'm kind of like handcuffed. Not really moving that well. Missed the timing on that. If I had a faster character, we could possibly run up and try to hit her with the release, but just not happening. And although, you know, successful fight anyway without getting hit, so 35,000 on our points there. I mean, at first this does not look threatening at all, but what's weird is that it seems like as it goes along, like the last parts of it are the hardest. But it looks like we managed to get through it. Yeah, and just had that timed out absolutely wrong. But, of course, I am not surprised one bit that I'm having difficulty in this area. .61 mil, aimed at our 70 mil for our next extends. And here's Nightmare Maiden herself. The up and down, the up and down. So far, so good. Alright, and there goes the so far, so good part. Naruko, I suppose her name is. Yeah, she is public enemy number 1 when it comes to my run so far. With only like maybe this in the final pattern or attack really being any sort of respite from the absolute chaos that she causes otherwise. Really no business dying there. I mean, down to 2 lives already. We got 2 lives, 2 bombs, 3 release. If we get in there, we can do a lot of damage, but we're rushing and get. Alright, so this is the end of the fight, effectively, where this pattern's got nothing. Yeah, and she can even suffer the damage of the release as well. But I mean, the damage is done. We got our 70 mil extend there, bringing our lives up to 3, but I mean, there was a point where we had 5, so, and there we are, down to 2. Like I was saying, the micro dodge is just not with it, you know. Certainly part of, I think, you know, certainly part of the puzzle we're missing. Not terribly hard as long as you keep some pressure on the enemies that kind of come down. Oh yeah, this is one part I absolutely hate. There goes one life there. There goes the other life. We're now on like death's door. However, 40k for our points, so every point is going to be quite awesome and massive for us. Real aggressive on her, able to get the extend out of her. So that's very, very needed considering these sort of like falling star bullets are absolute hell on earth. Able to do some good pressure there with the enemies, however, kind of losing it there, and then at the mercy of playing defense. All right, back down to our last life. I mean, really, 3.3 mil would get us our next extends out of 100 mil, but this is where we've been dying before. And we're just a couple mil underneath our high score. Pretty much out of everything now. And there you go, wouldn't you know it? You know, just one of those sort of lasers right through the head. And, you know, a bit of the same, unfortunately. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff. And we'll come back and we'll play some more.